Making Canadians. So if you're looking for a show to take in, that might be something that's happening today. Welcome back to our show on a Saturday morning, and we have Geox with us, and Teresa Quick is joining us, and she's a stylist with Geox. So we had you on our show yesterday, and we had you back again today because there tend to be a lot of moms that watch this show on a Saturday morning, and we wanted to really emphasize the kids and the women's shoes and why this breathable technology is so important.
Well, yeah, I mean, this brand, Geox, is the #1 selling brand in Italy. So, you know, they obviously know what's going on. The Europeans are very picky about their shoes. So, the thing about Geox is they have this really interesting breathable technology, as you mentioned. And the way it works is they've got this membrane on the inside of the shoe. And the sweat molecules are very, very small. They pass through here and through the perforated rubber sole. But water does not come back in because the water molecules are too big. So you have a waterproof sole. People kept saying, why are there little holes on the bottom of the shoe? Aren't they going to leak? No, they will not leak. And I mean, the great thing about Geox for fall is that boots are a huge, huge, huge staple in a fall wardrobe. And, you know, people that are running around doing grocery shopping, going, you know, to the mall, you're walking around in them all day. We're talking about like 6 hours. Yeah. So
we sweat a lot. Yeah.
you're gonna, you know, kind of raise the sweat chasing the kids and going back to school shopping. So it's a really, really positive attribute. The other thing about Geox is they do a lot of these really nice little details, and I've got some boots here, but I want to feature this because I think it's a great added bonus. Women that have a bit larger calves, look for boots that have an elastic band at the back.
Oh, it stretches right up. Look
lots
at that.
of women cannot fit into European brands because they're very slim at the leg. But all Geox, a lot of them do at least, have these great elastic bands in them, so you can actually fit your calves in them.
And tuck your pants in.
And tuck your jeans in or whatever. And I've also brought a kind of a big selection of flats because they're really, really important to be practical. Quality, comfort are the big, big things.
Yeah.
It's great that, you know, thigh-high stilettos are in style on the runway, but most of us aren't going to buy a pair of thigh-high stilettos.
Not so much.
I'm going to go get groceries, and I'm going to go with these boots that I pretty much can't even feel.
You can go get groceries in those.
So the important things are you need to have a rubber-bottomed sole. When you're walking on pavement all day, you need to have something that absorbs the shock a little bit. And on top of that, you see there's some wedge heels here. Some women can't wear flats.
Yeah.
And that's because they've spent their whole lives wearing high heels. It's actually more uncomfortable for them to wear flats. So your tendons have shrunk a little bit, so it's a good idea to have just about, they say, 3/4 inch heel, a little bit above that is the perfect kind of height to wear if flats are uncomfortable. And if you are going to wear high heels, like these beautiful stilettos here for an afternoon, it's a good idea to switch up your high heels and your flats. So wear one day with the high heels, one day with your flats. It gives your foot enough time to stretch out those tendons and have them go back so that you aren't caught in the future doing that.
Interesting.
Great pair of city shoes is also a great addition. And we're having a lot of 80s influence right now, so you can kind of see that happening with the metallics, the dark colors, the patent leathers, especially these fabulous Crocs. And you can see that the colors are also very, very subdued this year. It was all over the runways. You know, designers were really toning it back compared to the bright colors we've had in previous years. They're really taking into consideration this year the economic climate and the fact that people are really taking a lot more time and kind of strategizing about how they shop. So, I mean, when you're looking at shoes, look for good stitching, solid, steady details. Make sure none of the seams are showing. That's one sure sign of a shoe that's not going to last you through this. It's not going to last you through the season. And right now, it's really important to fill your closet with some classic boots and shoes.
And what are the staples that they always say that every woman should have? They should have
a dress shoe. So some sort of black pump is a great one. A riding boot is a great one to have. I wear mine every day during the fall. I'd like to switch it up a bit more, but they're just so comfortable and wearable that I end up doing it anyways. A flat is great, and a city sports shoe for running around in. So I'd say those are the really, really important things to have in your wardrobe. If you don't have them in there, take a look. And, I mean, they always suggest you take an inventory of what you have in your closet before you go out.
And make sure that all of they're all in working order before you go out. Because how many times, well, it's happened to me a few times where I've gone out thinking shoes all good, heel breaks off halfway through the day. You know, but that happens after you wear your shoes for a while. And that's what you said. That's why you want to get your quality stuff. That you know is going to last you.
And don't go for synthetics. I know there's a real temptation, especially with flats, to buy synthetic materials, and they will end up chafing your feet.
Yeah.
They work as kind of a plastic bag around your foot, which really deteriorates the shoe, causes a lot of different bacterial problems on your foot, and they're going to cause you a lot of pain, and you're going to be throwing away the money. So invest in a good pair of flats. I can't emphasize that enough, especially for moms that are going to be chasing after their kids doing back-to-school shopping this weekend.
Exactly.
Speaking of kids, we'll hit on kids in the next segment, and especially on how to make sure your kids are getting the right sizing and some of the great new styles coming up for this year. So thanks for that. We'll look forward to having you back on the show, and more events that we want to tell you about happening also this weekend. Lots of things going on. We've been mentioning we had that Fiddle Fest. We've got the Shawville Fair. Another thing actually happening all weekend long is the Kiwanis Idol, the 2009 championships. There it is. So Kiwanis Idol is right there, and we're going to be looking for the winner on September the 6th. The winner and the two runners-up will be selected between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. So something you'll definitely want to check out there, and it's happening at Ottawa City Hall. There were 20 semifinalists competing for the chance to be crowned this weekend, and the runner-up and the winners will be announced on Sunday between 11 and 4 p.m. Stay with us. We're back after this.